a lot of people are getting into sport, and again, they watch your videos, they watch some tournaments. Can you tell us the big difference between pulling in tournament, pulling in arm fights? Because you're mostly arm fight puller, and I know a lot of people don't understand the difference. They think it's the same thing.
Well, I mean, it is the same thing. Like, you are arm wrestling, you're trying to win, and when you look at the whole picture, there's a lot of similarities. Like, if you want to win a tournament, a lot of the same ideas are present as winning, you know, in a super match. I'd say that the differences, the main difference in a super match is the law of attrition becomes very important. Like, attrition is like shared damage, you know?
Yeah. How much you give, how much you take.
Yes, is very important. In a tournament, one of the most important ideas, I believe, is efficiency. Like,
fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't get into
positions. No. If you can pull a tournament and you can get through those first few matches like easy, oh, right?
Yeah.
You're doing.
And one hard match just messes up everything.
You're as soon as you get stopped, you are in trouble in a tournament. Yeah. Because if that other guy didn't get stopped, we all know how much. And if you get something opened, that's going to get opened all day. Anything, no matter what it is. If you get your hand opened, that muscle is going to be, it's going to be susceptible for the rest of the tournament. Super match, typically when you are ahead of somebody, and when I mean ahead, I don't mean ahead in the count. I mean ahead in the position on the table. It's really not in your favor even to pin the person. And this is a very interesting thing that a lot of people don't realize. Is this whole making the person quit idea. I mean, people joke around about it, but it's a very important concept to understand in one-on-one arm wrestling. Because a good one-on-one arm wrestler is not necessarily going to pin you when they're ahead of you. They're gonna get the spot that they need and
make you think that you still have a chance.
And that's the most dangerous thing. If you have lost and you're going up against somebody who has you out-angled, you know, and you continue to stay in that match and grind and burn, you're going to burn out all your energy, and that match won't be over. Yeah. The whole series will be over. Yeah. And arm wrestlers are all stubborn. One of the characteristics of a great arm wrestler is they're stubborn. But when you are arm wrestling and you cannot submit when you are supposed to submit, it's going to result in a greater loss. It's an interesting thing to wrap your mind around. And like, preparation is different as well. Like, if you're competing in a tournament, you pretty much have to do your thing. You have to go where you arm wrestle, and you focus on the fundamentals of arm wrestling. When you have an opponent, you really should think about your opponent a lot more. Like, especially, well, yeah, a lot. I mean, it has a lot to do with who that guy is. And you can adjust your style to best counter them. Yeah.
I think the biggest and the greatest thing about you when you arm wrestle is that you will try to beat the guys in their strongest position.
Yeah.
It's not always you're gonna do it from the round one.
Right.
You will try, like that recently happened with Wagner. He was just pressing, and you just hold him in the middle of the arm.
Right.
So that's your mindset.
Well, I think that, like, again, when it comes to winning and losing, it's not that simple. There's a spectrum, right? You can say the guy won, but actually I feel like he lost. You know, you hear that sometimes. You can say a guy won, yeah, it was a good match, or you can say, yeah, the guy won, he destroyed him, right? So I'm always trying to make my win bigger. And first of all, I'm trying to win. So by any means necessary. So I'm certainly not going to try to lose with dignity. I won't do that. Yeah. I will fight to win, and that's my number one thing. But once I can win, I will try and make my win bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Because I think that's the greatness of Devon Larratt. When you're arm wrestling, that's the big part. I think not a lot of people see it. They see like, yes, he has endurance, he can hold you, you know. But what I see is like, oh my God, you set him up for this, and now you're in his position.
Yeah.
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 That's.
I like that too. That's one of the things I love about arm wrestling is when you can deepen it, deepen your victory over another person by opening windows for them because they should have the advantage.
It's always like, yeah, you top rolled him, go and hook with him.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I did the both things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.